fellow Toastmasters, guests. I'm excited about my first speech today, and when I went home and thought to myself, what am I going to talk about? I thought, what have I seen and heard in this group that I really enjoy? And for me, it's been getting to know everybody through the personal stories. And so today, my talk, informally titled it All About Me. And so it's going to be all about me. And I'd like to share some of my personal story with you guys. I think that as a club, getting to know each and everybody is a really cool aspect of this club. And we're going to grow and learn together. And that starts with the foundation of us, being friends and fellow human beings with common goals. So with that being said, I'll start with my background. I was born and raised in Sacramento. Went to school here and graduated from Sacramento High School. After high school, my mother had become a flight attendant for Delta Airlines, and so I got a little bit of a travel bug, and I went over to Europe on 3 different occasions. Got to see 8 or 9 different countries, from Italy and France and the UK and Prague, Germany. Where else did I go? Holland. And I was studying at Sacramento State. I was doing international business, and later I added a Spanish minor to that. And I still had that travel bug. And growing up in California, it was a really diverse place to live, and I really enjoyed learning about other cultures and getting to know people with different backgrounds. And so I went into the Global Education Office at Sac State, and I said, I'm doing international business. What better way to complement my education than get out there and see some of this great big world? And of course, I'm 21 at the time, so I've got all the gusto. And they had a pact with the university in Sydney, Australia, the University of Technology, Sydney. I get all my same scholarships, all my same grants, and I'm able to study over there at this great university. I pay my CSU fees, even though this school is much more expensive. So it's a great opportunity. And I go over there, I study international business. I was living in a house with a French roommate, a Swedish roommate, German roommate. We had a Mexican fellow there, 2 Canadian roommates. Next door there's travelers from Ireland, all over the place. So what a cool environment for me to learn about other cultures, and I'm studying international business. It was really a cool experience. And so I get back from that experience, and I'm already planning the next one. Where can I go now? And so I think I did 3 semesters back home in California, and then I had through staying in contact with my Mexican roommate from Sydney, Australia, we had kept in contact, and I said, he was a nice, genuine guy, and I said, I'd really like to get to know Mexico. It's our neighbor to the south, and in California there's a rich, diverse, everybody, and the Latino community is as we all know, a big part of California. And so I wanted to get in Mexico and learn that. So I went to the Office of Global Education, and the Tec de Monterrey in Querétaro was an exchange. They're like the Harvard of Mexico, so it's a really nice school. And again, I paid my same CSU fees. Great opportunity to go down there. I studied for a year. I didn't want to leave. I had a job lined up. I was going to stay there, and some family stuff brought me back. My family missed me, and I'd been gone for 18 months. I had spent Christmases and New Year's and stuff in Mexico, so I came home, and I guess the other part of it too is I had to finish my degree. The 7-year process of all this fun travel and stuff, I had to finish my degree. So I came home, and of course, I've done all this, and I think to myself, what's the next thing? And so I get in touch with somebody from Peace Corps, and I would go through the whole application process. I'm going to Costa Rica. I'm going to teach elementary school teachers business concepts. So they can teach basic business to their students in Costa Rica. I had gone back and forth to their office, Peace Corps office in San Francisco, got all approved to go do that for 2 years, and then I met my lovely wife. And it's one of those things where there's a fork in the road. I've got 2 beautiful kids and a great wife and a great family. So I didn't get to do the Costa Rica, but I always tell my wife, first thing we do when we retire, we're going to go do 2 years of Peace Corps together. So that's still going to be something I want to do, and that's the exciting educational background for me. As far as work goes and what I've done in my professional career, I worked at a bank right out of high school. Obviously, I'm doing all this traveling and all this studying, so it was the work stuff was secondhand, and it was necessary to where I had to fund a lot of this stuff besides the student debt that I racked up. But when I got back from Mexico, I ended up managing a small business. It was a poker room and a restaurant and bar, and it was really fun. And I did that for almost 9 years before I told myself, okay, I'm not going to retire running this small business. And you know, as much fun as the poker room was, I wanted to be able to bring my kids somewhere where I had an office and it was a little more, you know, shirt and tie type of deal. So in 2012, I got a job with the state, and I was doing finance for Managed Risk Medical Insurance Board, and I enjoyed all the people I met, and it was a great experience. But after a year, I thought to myself, this is also something I don't see myself doing long term. And so I was actually at a birthday party, and I've always been the type of guy that if there's an opportunity, just take the first step. And he was opening up mortgage brokerage, and I had done some mortgage stuff in 02 and 03 in between Australia and Mexico. And I thought to myself, I've always been good at numbers and math stuff. That's why I got into finance and did a business degree. And I've always really loved working with people. So mortgage is just a natural thing for me. And so I took the leap, and I've got 2 kids that count on me. I've got a wife that doesn't work, and the comfort and stability of state work with benefits and with retirement and all that was something that was really great. And so to take this leap for me was huge and a big risk, but I've always been the type of person, when I went to HR at Managed Risk Medical Insurance Board, I told them, you know, I want to leave on good terms. So I wrote a resignation. I made sure that everything was set so that if things didn't work out, I could come back, and I left on really good terms. But I took a leap of faith. A year and a half later, things are going great, and I think it's kind of how we all are here, where we come and we want to learn how to speak better. The first couple steps are the hardest. Once you get going, it really feels good to look back and see what you've accomplished. So I'm glad I joined the group, and in conclusion, you know, thanks for everyone who I've met here. It's been great getting to know you. I hope my speech, you know, you learned a little bit more about me. Thanks, everybody.